So, Steve, are you aware that the state government and Cairns Regional Council have been discussing works that they might undertake in cooperation, and where do you stand with that, and will you on council seek to work cooperatively with the state government, whether it's Labor or Liberal? How will that pan out?
I'll answer that in two ways. The first way is to say that the council is a state government entity. If you work for council, you're working for the state government. The elected councillors around the state and here in Cairns are employed by the Minister for Racing, Gaming and Local Government. Sterling Hinchcliffe is everyone's boss. So the Mayor of Cairns, Bob Manning at the moment, for the next few days, his boss is the State Minister. If you're a councillor, the position of councillor allows you to plan in cooperation with your fellow councillors and council officers and managers the strategic direction and the day-to-day planning of buildings, transport, all the infrastructure that goes in, the capital works. If the state government decides to spend $186 million on a precinct in the city, beautifying the city, linking the convention centre with a new cruise liner terminal, putting in facilities, and they want to spend $186 million, they can do it. What council can do is work more cooperatively with the state. Because although Councillor Manning talks about unity and how he doesn't want the hurly-burly of state government, people yelling at each other, and he proved the other day in council chambers that anyone who has a dissenting voice in council needs to be shut down. And he attempted and did kick Councillor Richie Bates out of council. Councillor Manning will probably be re-elected as mayor. He's a popular figure in the local area, and a lot of people like him. However, I don't think that Councillor Manning works well, and to use a school teachery term, he doesn't play well with others. He likes it his way, and if he doesn't get his way, he withdraws funds, as he did with Advanced Cairns. Advanced Cairns had a different strategic option a few years ago in 2017, and he withdrew $300,000 funding because Advanced Cairns didn't do what he wanted them to do. So as council moves forward, whoever's elected, whether it's me or Sam or Jenny or Scott or any of the other people, council has to work better with state government on everything. I think transport's a good place to start because we're a service town. In a service town, people need to be able to get around. People need to be able to get from the hospital to the Commonwealth services. Tourists need to be able to get from the Reef Fleet Terminal to their hotels in Sheridan Street and Lake Street. Old people need to be able to get from the hospital to Cairns Central, and that's the sort of service that I want council to provide in conjunction with state government, working with the DTMR, the Department of Transport and Main Roads, to make buses better, parking easier, and part of that is more infrastructure in the suburbs. We're spending $40, $50 million every few years in the city, and we keep doing the same thing. We tear up the footpath, council lays more footpath. They take down some lights, they put up more lights. They take down some palm trees, like they've just cleared 2 roundabouts in the city, and they're going to spend $15 million putting in more palm trees and putting in a couple of traffic lights. That's bad planning. Council can work better with state government, and I think the next council has to learn from its mistakes this time, and I think there have been a lot of mistakes, and move forward constructively with state. If you're a councillor, you're working for the state government, and it needs to work better.